Today's project, I'm going to take these old 9.00 by 16 inch tires and rims down to the tire shop, and a couple things, and get them to break these rims down so I can see the condition of the old split rims to possibly reuse them. Second thing, to see if I can order a modern replacement rim, the same hub size and bolt pattern as these.
This is Grizzly Country Outdoors.
So that's what I'm going to do today. Kind of like step one in this starting this project on this Dodge W300. I gotta make it roll before I can do any other damn thing. The by far the cheapest option on this is if I can get the split rims cleaned up and the tire shop say yep, they're good to go, and they would put them back together on and then I avoid the cost of new rims, but it means I continue with the split rim, and I'm not really fussy about it, but it's still cheaper. Then in a perfect world, I could just get discarded like takeoff tires that are still at least viable to hold air to throw on them. No, I'm not even sure, because with this, the split rim has to have a tube, and it has to have an inner liner as well. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, it might. Yeah, that option still might work. Yeah. If a guy had a set of takeoff tires the same size. Now, as far as getting new rims manufactured, that's a different story. That's simply finding a company that says, yep, we'll do it, and it's nothing then other than the cost. Now, the one issue, the obvious issue, if I go ahead and just get new rims made, that's an easy thing. Let's say some company says, yep, we'll make you new rims. That commits me to the cost of that, commits me to the cost of the tires. Then the problem that I could run into is I'm going to put them on axles, which have to be rebuilt for sure, including the brake drums and the brake pads and all that. So I could end up getting new tires and rims, and whether I'm doing the split rim or the brand new rims, I could have the same problem, right? I could be putting them onto axles in which my brake drums are no good. I got a buddy, he keeps giving me shit. He says, don't go getting tires until you get your brake drums checked. But it's a catch-22. The way the truck is sitting, since I've already taken the tires off, I have to make the truck roll and get it out of where it's sitting before it can do any damn other thing. So I'm kind of stuck in a corner, you know. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Gonna load these buggers up onto the trailer and off down to the tire shop. And let me tell you, those are heavy. Those are heavy tires. Well, so I guess this is episode 1, tires for the old W300. So I've stopped at the Fountain Tire Shop here in Whitecourt, and these fellas are gonna take my rims, gonna break them down, and they're gonna put new tubes and bands in them and air them up for me. And at the same time, they're gonna follow up by seeing about ordering new rims, whether or not we can. But man, oh man, they're willing to get these rims aired back, these tires aired back up, so that I could put them back onto the Dodge, then I'll be able to roll it. And that lets me do all my other work that I got to get started on. Cool. Very cool. All right, I gotta get over there and drop these off. Buddy's waiting for me. They say never put the cart before the horse. Today, I'm putting the cart before the horse. With this W300 Power Wagon, I've got a serious issue, and it's finding tires and rims, I should say. So, you know, I've got a lot of people suggesting to me just get, you know, a drive line from a modern truck, like a Dodge 1 ton or something, you know. Get some Dana 60 axles off a Dodge. Then you know, and that is an option that may end up put upon me, right? But in the meantime, I'm trying to do this as economically as possible. I've been having one hell of a time finding anybody that will fabricate rims. So then the option becomes, well, if I can't get someone to fabricate rims, I have to reuse the old split rims that I have. And then that says, well, tires. So I've been pricing out tires. And there's not a whole lot of suppliers for that 9.00 size, 9.00-16, 16-inch tire, the kind of military heavy-duty tire. Firestone makes one called an STA Traction King. There's another one made by Goodyear called an NDT. Well, the cheapest I can get a set of those tires that I found is like $2,800 bucks. The NDTs is over $4,000. But through our Canadian military surplus program, it turns out that the tires that they run on the little Iveco Jeeps, those military Jeeps, they're running the 9.00-16 tires. And when the tires have X tread wear, then they surplus them. And I found a source. For some of those surplus tires right in Edmonton. They're listed as $149 a tire, so $600. And $600 could be put toward like a new Dana axle. You could argue that, but $600. I have the tire shop in Whitecourt. They're breaking down my old split rims. They're going to get them the old rubber off of them. I'm gonna buy these tires unless I get there and find out that they're not worth it. But the pictures that I looked at online, they look very serviceable for my needs. Anyway, so I'm going to the city, going to Edmonton. I'm going to pick up 4 of these tires. I'm going to bring it back to Whitecourt, get those old split rims cleaned up, and hopefully get these tires mounted on there. And then, you know, it's going to be probably a couple $100 bill for the service charge at the tire shop when all is said and done. So, but that would get me into a set of these tires somewhere, I'm hoping around $800 or something. And that's by far the cheapest option that I've seen. And you know, I haven't seen anything even close to that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm on all the way down. Right there works. Is that good? Yeah. Just here. These are the tires I bought.
Sorry, say again?
No worries, I'm talking to myself.
Ah, gotcha.
Those look beautiful.
Perfect.
You're taking pics too? Good?
Yeah, we just gotta take pics that we loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded up.
Look at those bad boys. They look freaking good. Now, she's off to home and take these to the tire shop up at Whitecourt and see what they can do with them. But man, oh man, those tires, they're supposedly only 20% wear or something, and I believe it. The Canadian government's so stupid. I guess they're giving them things away, because those were $149.95 a piece, so grand total with tax $627, and there's not a chance I could find these particular tires anywhere close to that price. This size of tire is what I should say. Not a chance. I mean, that's what I'm just driving out of here with is $2,200 cheaper than what I saw for these tires, or this size tire. 9.00-16, and these particular tires come off Canadian light military vehicles. They'll be perfect on my Power Wagon, and they're we just need to get a little bit lucky on the condition of the old split rims. That's the next part of the question, but I'm damn sure that we're going to be able to use them. Banking on it. Anyway, gotta shut this video off. I'm out on the street here in Edmonton. I'll continue the video later. So the boys at Fountain Tire, they busted the tires down, broke them down, and they said right away that the rims look just fine for to reuse. So I took them to WCT here in Whitecourt. They're just out, their shop's just out by the airport there. And they did a fantastic job sandblasting them. And then they recommended a chemical treatment called a rust converter. And so after sandblasting them, I put that chemical treatment on them. You paint it on, and then you let it sit for X amount of time, and then you just actually wash that chemical treatment off prior to painting. So here I am just prepping to get the tires painted up, taping up the valve stems, and after I got the valve stems painted up, of course I went all around the bead to tape that up to try to prevent any overspray onto the sidewall. Takes a little bit. Those valve stems they're brass valve stems. They're long and a little tricky to get that tape onto them properly. But it was a beautiful day working outside, getting this done, and sure was nice to finally get these rims painted up and get them looking good. You'll see here in a sec here, after I have them painted, I washed them all up and they look pretty spanky, I have to say. Yeah, the paint I'm using is nothing special really. It's just a trim-clad rust paint, and it was what do you call them? Semi-gloss. So it's not the gloss color. Just white trim-clad. I guess actually, come to think of it, the pictures are date stamped, so if the pictures of the tires after I've washed them up after the spray paint will tell me when they were done. Guess I should have figured that out. So here you are. They're all polished up, washed up. I scrubbed the heck out of them. The tires are a Michelin ZXL. 37 inches tall. Heavy duty, beautiful tires. Okay, finally the day comes to get the tires on the old truck. Got 3 of the lug nuts started on there. A little easier than I thought it was going to be. It's a pain in the butt to remember the left-hand thread on these old Dodges. Pretty damn nice looking tires, I have to say. All painted up, beautiful rubber on them. Looking good. I cannot believe how lucky I was on that back tire. I didn't have to move it. It was already the exact height I required. I just took that small piece of 2x2 and give it a little wiggle, and it went right on. So folks, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Long time coming for an update. Apologize for that, but there was an awful lot of work going on around here to get to this point. So stay tuned, there's more videos will come along as this project continues. Thanks for watching.